Christians were the kind of small group who once lived in the narrow alleys of Jerusalem, having to hide whenever a Roman patrol passed by. Yet somehow, a few centuries later, they were sitting comfortably in the emperor's VIP seat. So, how did this tiny community become the spiritual powerhouse of the Roman Empire? 1st century AD, in Jerusalem, a small group of Jesus followers began spreading their teaching. At that time, the Roman Empire still practiced paganism, worshipping many gods such as Venus, Jupiter, Mars, Neptune, Saturn, and Juno, complete with grand festivals in temples. At first, Roman emperors didn't care, but as the number of Christians grew rapidly, they began to feel uneasy. And when rulers get uneasy, it's usually not good news for a small group on the rise. The early Christian community lived simply, often gathering in homes to pray and share meals. They had no grand buildings, no armies, and sometimes had to hide to avoid trouble. In Roman eyes, they were unusual because they worshipped only one god and refused to honor the empire's official gods. Because of that, they were seen as disobedient by Roman cultural standards. Some emperors began persecuting them, ranging from restrictions to execution, to stop their spread. However, even though Christians were suppressed, their faith spread like wild plants that grow stronger when trampled. Their message traveled along trade routes, from the markets of Alexandria to the ports of Ephesus, sometimes secretly, sometimes openly, when the situation allowed, until finally, in 313 AD, Emperor Constantine issued the Edict of Milan, granting religious freedom to all citizens, including Christians. This was the first time they could openly build churches without fear of being shut down. However, Christianity still wasn't the empire's official religion at this point. The next big change came in 380 AD with the Edict of Thessalonica, issued by Emperor Theodosius, declaring Christianity the official religion of the Roman Empire. The main reason? The number of adherents had grown enormously, and supporting them meant strengthening the empire. Other emperors, such as Gratian, also pushed this transition, going so far as to reject the title of chief pagan priest and to cut off subsidies for pagan temples. That was when paganism began to be suppressed and Christianity spread widely throughout the Roman territories and eventually across the world. Lesson from this story: from a small group forced to hide in the city's alleyways, Christianity managed to step into the very heart of Roman power thanks to a combination of faith, mass support, and the right political moment. Its history reminds us that a position on the sidelines today can become the center stage tomorrow. Thank you for watching.